Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and I have another Stamps the Mail Club kit with the Tropical Chic stamp set to share with you, and more 6x6 paper hacks. So if you've been waiting for those tips and tricks, here is the card that I'm going to talk about, and it features two different design cutting tips for 6x6 paper. So I will show you those and some tips on how to get the tropical thinlits frames exactly where you want them and so forth, and this fun gatefold or tag front card design. So just a little bit different design than something you normally see, as well as some other samples of this design but turned sideways. So grab your stuff and let's get stamping. Okay, so pulling out our pieces here from our Stamps the Mail Club kit, we have some fun little designs, and you're going to want to kind of gather your pieces and set your directions aside. So first thing on this tag fold card, let me give you some cutting directions. So this piece is cut to 4 1/4 inches wide. So if this is a whole shaded cardstock, it would have looked, you know, like this, and I cut half of it off. So we have a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece, and then score at 5 1/2 inches, and then this piece here I just cut 2 inches off the end of the card front because this is going to turn sideways and be our tag, and then you'll end up with another scrap left over. This piece I am going to go ahead and punch with my triple banner punch and pop this baby in here. And if you don't have a banner triple punch, this thing is the punch that never leaves that and my largest circle punch never leave my crafting table. Okay, so we have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is sized to fit inside here. So it is, of course, 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. We have the framelit here, which is die cut from gorgeous shaded spruce paper. And this die is from the Tropical Tropical Thinlits dies. This is one of my favorites. And then I have a piece of Designer Series paper, ta-da, from Tropical Escape, and another piece here. So 6x6 paper crafting hacks. Let's look at where these come from. So this, as if I was using my 6x6 Designer Series paper, Tropical Escape, and of course this is a great month to talk about paper crafting hacks because the Designer Series paper, there's a selection of it that's available for buy 3, get 1 free. So that'd save you some money on your stamping collection. So this paper is actually from this particular hack, which what you're going to do is you're going to cut off a 2-inch section, which leaves you with these pieces, and then you're going to cut here and cut here. So you end up with 2 by 4 inch pieces, 1, 2, 3. And this, coincidentally, is the perfect size to fit here. Ta-da! Right on our card front, okay, for our tag front card. Now this piece here you could additionally cut here and end up with another one of these 2 by 4 pieces and then a square left over, or you could just leave it as 2 by 6 for something else. The other piece you're going to need for this comes from our 3 by 3 squares in our paper hacks folder, and this one is actually cut down just a tiny bit. I cut it down to like 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 because our square here is a perfect match for 3 by 3, and I just wanted to make life easier for making this work. So let's see how we're going to assemble this. You are going to grab your mini glue dots, ta-da, and pop a few of these on the back here. And there are some nice places on this paper that this die cut that are plenty big enough for popping a mini dimensional, which is super convenient for us. So I'm going to pop those on the back there and take the backings off. And then it's really tempting to want to go like this and put this down, but it's really hard to get it exactly in the right place there. So it's so much easier to set this down this way and then place your paper on top of it, and then there's no funny edges peeking out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting together. So this is our 2 by 4 inch paper. It goes here on the front of our card, which is perfectly sized for this, of course. Then we have our tag front, and I have a whole bunch of card designs that I've been doing lately where the tag front kind of goes like this, and then you can open the card this way. If you haven't seen those yet, make sure you keep an eye out for them. Actually, here's two that I haven't shared online yet. This one, using the Abstract Impressions flowers, so there's those, and I love them, and then the coordinating die set for them. And then another version here, oh, I put a Post-it note inside. This one uses that Animal Outing stamp set, and there is another tag front card. So those fold down. This one folds sideways. So when you're doing either design, you want to make sure you put your adhesive only at the end of this tag front. Otherwise, you're going to seal your card shut. So see how that's going to show in the back side. All right, then this piece I am going to go ahead and layer here on the front and go ahead and put some adhesive again. Kind of think twice about where your adhesive can go so that it doesn't seal your card shut in a weird way. And that's going to stick here. Okay, so then we have our greeting, and I have this one here that says, "You are the greatest." So I'm going to go ahead and mount that and stamp it in shaded spruce and grab my paper snips. You ever wonder whether people in your family walk off with your stamping supplies? I remember when I was a little kid and like crafting scissors, there they are. Or the biggest thing, my mom would always say, "You can't use those sewing scissors for anything." I feel her pain. So, actually though, I shouldn't blame my family. I'm totally the one who misplaced my scissors over there. Okay, so we have this added here, and I'm going to leave this big end on it because I'm inking Blushing Bride and stamp on our flower. Okay, do a little press down there, and then this is going to go here on the end, and then I have a piece of this gorgeous granny green ribbon, and I'm going to pop our flower on it kind of like so. Alright, so let's see, I'm going to pop a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of here and stick this down on our ribbon. I think I'm going to make the ribbon a little shorter. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to pop some tear tape on here because I want to make sure I get a really nice bond from my flower, and you can of course tear that, but I didn't. I cut it a little bit longer than I needed to. So what I'm going to do is peel the backing off, see how this is hanging down, and then I'm going to take this extra piece and pull it back so that I have sort of a little zigzag. Can you see that? There, a little zigzag of adhesive just gives me a little more square footage to pop this on here. So we have "You Are the Greatest." My ribbon is too long now, so I'll trim that baby. And then going to go ahead and pop this on, and I'll use Stampin' Dimensionals for this. So we'll pop a couple on there. I might put one over the edge of the ribbon to further hold that down. I'm a big fan of dimensionals. I feel like that's my refrain. I might need like I don't know, some kind of 12-step program. I don't know, maybe do I need help with my dimensional usage? Alright, so we have our pieces there, but we're missing that critical background piece, which is going to fit in here and really makes everything jump. So let's grab some ink and start stamping those. When I do collage stamping, I always like to use the biggest stamps first. So I have my green here, and I'm going to leave a little space to put in some of the darker ones with shaded spruce. And of course the inks are included with Stamps the Mail Club. You can get full-size ones as an upgrade if you want to, or you can stick with the Stampin' Spots that come with the kit. And then I'm going to add, let's see, we'll just add a flower right up there. Okay, so I have my pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and slide this in. So what this does is it gives you a nice place to do your writing with your greeting, and then it gives you a fun piece here. And I had somebody look at this the other day and she said, "Oh wait, that's a piece of designer series paper to put in this one." And I said, actually that's not designer series paper, that is the card. We stamped that. So really pretty one with a tag front card, tag gate front, whatever you want to call it. And I hope you are looking at these paper crafting hacks and using them for your 6x6 paper. So in case you missed the other 3x3 paper hack, it was to use them for note cards, which is that Stamps the Mail Club card. And finally, there was a paper hack about using circles, and the circle card is this one here where I was teaching a lesson about making focal points. So one more Stamps the Mail Club project left with Tropical Escape and another set of 6x6 paper hacks. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and request your kit at lovenstamps.com if you would like to stamp with me in the mail. Happy stamping. Thanks so much for watching.